Hello everyone, I'm glad you can be here with me. I'm Mr. Kitten and I am back with some more Mario's Madness. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is going to be the penultimate episode of this FNF mod. That means we are not going to check out the glitchy pipe right now. We're going to do that next episode, and someone warned me that I need to be prepared for what comes next, so I'll keep that in mind. But for now, we actually need to go to free play. We have everything, all of the worlds here, but we also have down here Legacy Mode. Now if we go to here, we have all of the original songs that were part of the version 1 of the mod. And also a new song for whatever reason. I'm sure I'll figure out later why it's here. But we are going to take a moment to go through all 8 of these songs. And they're going to be repeats, so don't expect too much. But I guess this is just a way for me to hold off on going to the final area, because I am a little bit scared of it, to be honest. But anyways, let's get into our first song, the original version of It's a Me. Okay, so that was pretty tame compared to the original It's a Me, or no, the It's a Me in this version 2. And I don't know why it sent us back here, but we can just go back into Legacy Mode. And I haven't seen him in quite a while, so it was good to see him again. Alright, but now we're gonna go to a more recent song, Golden Land Original. Now, I know GB is in here, but I don't know how well this is how different this is going to be from the version I played. I did good, if I say so myself, on the one that I played in Hellish Heights, so maybe I'll do pretty well here. Okay, that was really intense. That was a lot more intense than I thought it was gonna be. The poison mushrooms really caught me off guard, and I was like, oh geez, I have to go through all these notes and the poison mushrooms? Yeah, that wasn't really nice. But anyways, now we're going to... Oh, I Hate You original. Now, I remember I didn't do the best in I Hate You when I went to the Woodland of Lies, mainly because the lava rising up really messed up my reaction time, because the notes were just right there and unexpected. So, let's see if we can fare better this time. Although seeing what happened in Golden Land, I don't really know how that's gonna go, but we're gonna try it. Alright then, that was actually really well. I did a lot better than I thought. Alright, so that's 3 songs down. We're almost halfway through all of these songs. Now, we are going to another song that was featured on the Hellish Heights, Powerdown. I wonder if MX is going to have any tricks up his sleeves, or if it's not going to be too bad. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect from these songs. Since they're the original version, I would expect them to be maybe easier, but so far they've been fairly challenging, I will admit. So let's see what we have in Powerdown. Okay, that definitely got a lot tougher as we went on. It also shows how much of a change Powerdown went through from version 1 to version 2. The song sounded completely different from what I played in Hellish Heights. And I'm glad to see it come so far, because, yeah, comparing the two, this Powerdown in version 2 is a lot better, which is probably what the mod makers are aiming for, so, yeah. Alright, now we have Apparition, and I haven't seen Wario in quite a while, so I guess it's a good thing that he's in 2 of these songs. Alright, let's get into Apparition, and I forgot what the date was in one of the corners, but we'll see. Sorry about that again. I really liked how that sounded. That was very nice. I don't know why, but I vibed with that. Alright. Now we have another Wario song, Forbidden Star. Now, this wasn't in version 1, as it has no original in parentheses, so I don't know what this is going to be about. I don't know if this has a story to go with it. I'll check the pause menu afterwards, and I'll edit in that. But for now, we're gonna see what Wario looks like with the power of Star Power.
Welcome to Wario World!
Alright, that one wasn't too bad. It was okay. Didn't really give off the same vibe as the last one, so I guess that's why it's in Legacy mode. Alright, and next up we have Alone. Ah yes, I remember this. I remember poor Luigi in this. Well, I wonder if we're gonna be a ghost in this song or not. Also wonder how Luigi's gonna look in this. Probably dead inside, but I was just curious. I'm glad to see that the hanging BF shadow was still included. Although I have to say, the version 2 version of Alone, it just sounds leagues better. Gives me more of a depressed feeling. Anyways, we have one more song in the Legacy mode, and that is Race Traitors. Oh yeah, I remember this one from the Content Cosmos and all of the random stuff that Mario did to try and mess me up, so hopefully now that I know what's gonna happen, I'll do a little better here. Although, no promises. I was kind of sad to not see Kratos at the end to absolutely destroy and kill Mario. But, anyways, I actually did pretty well on that song. I guess knowing the gimmicks is a pretty good way to know how to get around a song. Alright, so I believe that'll wrap up everything in Legacy mode. Unless I'm missing something. Nope. I believe that's it. Hold on. Did they say that they received death threats from this song? Wow, I'm really sorry. Well then, I guess that's it for this episode. And next time we have this glitching pipe to enter. And oh boy, I don't know if I'm ready for what awaits on the other side. I'll try and prepare myself for the worst, but I don't know if I'm actually prepared. Well, I did pretty good on these songs, so maybe I am prepared. Yeah, I should probably have more confidence. But anyways, that will be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you have an amazing day. Goodbye!